Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Northside Pop One Podcast. Here with my boy Tyler. What you do?
I got second at my OTS playing VOICLESS.
Playing VOICLESS, okay. Your OTS championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. You felt really good throughout the day. I could tell we were in the messages back and forth.
Yeah. I've done a lot of testing for this format. Like hundreds and hundreds of hours put into testing for this format.
Well, it looks like it somewhat paid off, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Let's get into the profile.
All right. So for the non-voiceless normal summon, you play the Diviner package. I think this is better than the Nadir stuff. The Nadir stuff loses to Droll. People are still main decking Droll. This card, honestly, I think is a better normal summon than the low because it gets you 2 bodies plus the low, so you can extend your board farther. The basic stuff, 3 low. The whole deck revolves around this card. Places your voiceless cards face up. It allows you to be used for the entire ritual summon, and then when a ritual monster summon, it specials itself. Produces a lot of cool lines. 3 Saphira. This card is insane. It allows you to search any of your rituals and then dump your ritual spell for follow-up and protection. The 1 Seravis. Card sucks to draw, but it's a mandatory engine piece. A lot of the end boards are like the continuous spell Dynamondo plus this guy to play around Bell. Played 4 rituals. Skull Guardian, 1 Seravis, 1 Odd Eyes. Don't play this card. This card's horrible. Just play the 2 Seravis. I wish I had the second one in my deck all day. I summoned this like twice and never used its effect. Play the 2 Seravis for sure. The 1 Trap. This card's nuts. I prioritize this a lot of times over the continuous spell. But the continuous spell is nice. It prevents your board from being targeted. It's follow-up. And then you play the 2 ritual spell. Don't play 1, you need 2, because if this isn't in your deck, you lose. This is the best extender in your deck, / starter. It's a +1. So being able to, like, depending on your combo pieces, a lot of times you can search the Seravis for extra protection. And then 2 Prosby. I didn't want to max out on this. I wanted to get the deck at 40 cards and be able to max out on my non-engine, and I feel like you only play 3 of this if you're on board breakers. And then the non-engine. Played 3 Veiler, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 3 Imperm. That's it for the hand traps, just 12. I think these are the best rounded for the format.
Yeah.
This deck doesn't have as much room as like the fire decks for 18 non-engine, so I just wanted to play what I thought was most important, and these put in a lot of the work. 1 called by mandatory. This deck can sometimes just lose to a single hand trap. And then the best card of my deck, the card that got me as far as it did, Instant Fusion. I kept a record of my matches, and every single game I drew this card, I won. Going first, going second. This card does so much, and I'll show off some of the extra deck targets for it. Into the extra deck. The linked ones, I played Link Karibo, Anima. This helps you dodge Imperms later on. This comes up a lot. People play into the Anima zone all the time, thinking that people don't play it. 1 SP. This might get bumped up to 2. This card's so powerful, and like when you go through your first one, I always find myself wanting a second one. 2 Dynamondo. This card's mandatory at 2. You have to play 2. It provides so much for the deck. Removal, non-destruction removal, recycles your resources. I played both Charmers. This came up a lot, actually, surprisingly, because people are on so many Veilers and the mirror match and such, so... and then Dark Charmer that just goes in everything. And then I played this card for some cards in the side deck. And then my instant fusion targets. 1 Restrict, 1 Mud Dragon. Both of these cards are crazy. This can beat hand traps like Droll and Ash. This can beat the Garunix and the Princess Engrave. Then this stops your whole board from being targeted. And then if you open really well, you can turn it into an SP. Played Entis and Garura. These were more targets for Diviner and Slayer. And then played 1 Herald, 1 Clearwing Wing Dragon for the Odd Eyes combo, and then 1 Sky Crisis. I summoned this maybe twice, but I still think it's mandatory. There's a lot of simplified game states where this card can win you the game. And then my side deck. I played 3 Droll. I don't think this is main deck worthy anymore. I don't think the fire decks, I don't think it's impactful as people originally thought versus the fire decks. a lot of times they can still end on pretty good boards plus follow-up through roll. I still think you play it for like going second, just more hand traps into Fire King, rogue decks, Manadium. You still have to respect stuff like that when you're going to tournaments like these. 3 Vishules. This was for the mirror match. This actually has a good bit of utility into the fire deck, depending on their lines.
Yeah.
And then for Branded, because that's the deck's worst matchup. And there actually was a lot of people on Branded at the event. Played 2 Cosmic. Didn't like this all day. Should have been Lightning Storm. Because people aren't playing Anti-Spell right now. Everybody's on Summon Limit. So Lightning Storm clears out the Summon Limits, the Imperms, the Islands. And then, yeah, it's just not a very good 1-for-1 trade. 1 Harpies. Never saw this card all day. 3 Slayer. This is something me and my buddy Alex talked about. In theory, it was really good. I never used it, even when I drew it. Didn't use it. I don't know what to say about the card. I didn't use it, so probably could cut for something else. 3 of the best Floodgate in the format, Summon Limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card won me lots of games. Almost every game 3 I saw this card I won. Because if you combo plus flip a Summon Limit, there's just not a lot of decks out there that are beating it.
Okay.
Every deck has to summon more than twice to play.
Very cool, man. It's dope, man. You went out to OTS Championship.
Yeah.
You ended up getting second, you said?
Yep, second place.
Isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah.
Oh, good, right?
Yep.
So what was your what was Swiss looking like?
Lots of Fire Kings, Snake Eyes Fire decks in general, and then Makonko, Marincess. That was only non-fire decks I played. And then finals I played against Kashtira.
Cash is still cash.
He made a Vanities Ruler game 3. I was like, I thought he was going to go full combo, and I was looking at my hand. I was like, oh, this is really nice. Playing into that. He tribute summons the Vanities Ruler. I'm like, oh, no, brother.
Alex, when are we getting your top OTS Championship deck profile?
I don't know. Is that weird?
And shout out to Alex. That man is the reason I did so well. He has done hours and hours and hours of testing against the fire deck with me.
Use your eyes.
Non-stop testing with Alex.
Well, hell yeah, man. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
Good shit.
Good shit.